And welcome back, everybody. We got Steph. We have Nance casting game number 2 of the RDL Masters Season number 2 Division 2 matchup here. Both undefeated teams. Floffy Boys versus Headbonkers. Headbonkers did take game 1, so I shouldn't technically say both are undefeated. But Floffy Boys, I'm sure, would be very, very happy to make sure both of these teams leave this series with a loss on their record. What are we expecting to see here, Steph? What kind of adjustments would you like to see be made by our Floofer boys?
I think that I want to see them play more active. Like, they kind of saw what happens when they play this, like, passive game. I feel like Headbonkers play a really good, solid game of Dota as a 5-stack. They play really well. The Tiny and the Ember Spirit were coordinating these ganks that were insane. And yeah, I just felt like they played a really clean Dota on the side of Headbonkers.
It was a very, very well-played game, and I do expect a little bit of mix-up here. But coming out from the start, well, we do actually see Headbonkers banning the Vengeful Spirit. So they must have thought they played the Venge. Well, wait, sorry. They played the Venge. No, I'm right. Sorry, my brain is not working currently. So they ban out the Venge. They don't want to see the Venge against them. So they take out the Phoenix and the Vengeful. Apologies for my brain freeze there. And Floofer Boys take out the Spectre hero again, which might have prompted the Vengeful ban, quite frankly. They might have been signaling, hey, we're going to run that back with a different set of supporting cast. And now are taking some time on their second ban here. Faceless Void out of the pool again. 2 very, very strong carries in the current meta, both taken out by Floofer Boys yet again. So let's see what the Headbonkers want to throw as their first hero. Undying. We've seen this hero before.
Yep.
Very, very strong in lane. Very, very strong in the mid game. Certainly played well. I use the term lightly, greed out those arcane boots, and it worked out very, very well. Able to continue to casting spells. Soul Rip has a very, very nice cooldown. Really, Decay isn't too bad either. Very, very effective hero. Very, very strong hero. Now we'll be interested to see the answer. Floofer Boys likely want to have somewhere in this draft a way or two to take out Tombstone very, very quickly, but they don't necessarily need to pick it here. They do, though. Lena's very good at that. Lena goes out and punches you in the mouth, as an NFL coach most famously said. She has great attack range. A very, very strong 4 can also be played in the mid lane if they so choose, so it's a nice little flex pick depending on what the Floofer Boys want to do with it. So I don't know why I'm struggling. I have to drink a lot of water these games. The next pick going in the reserve time here for the side of the Dire. We'll see if they opt to do a support or if they decide to show a core this early. Sometimes the first pick, it's a little bit more common to go support in your picks in the first phase. But when you can, if you feel real confident, it does kind of it lead to some interesting back and forth later if you are able to pick a core here and then react to what the reaction from the other side is in the future picks and bans.
And I think they can pick Tiny here. I kind of like it.
It seemed to be extremely effective last game. I thought Tiny played very, very well. Yeah. Got those tranks up early. Made great rotations, great map movements, good map control. I would not fault them at all for running that back. Oh, Tusk. I do love a good Tusk game. Tusk is a fun hero to watch. Very, very aggressive. Similar in the role to Tiny, but doesn't have quite the magical damage. In fact, it's much more physical with what Tusk sets up with Tag Team. I think Tusk win rate is probably a little bit below Tiny's if you really want to look at the sheet. But if you have a good Tusk player, you can really cause the other team's problems. Yeah. Tusk is one of those heroes that when a Tusk has a good game, now admittedly this is game 2, so it's not as much of an effect, he gets banned the next game of the series if there is one, right? When you get banned, when you get beat by a Tusk going off, that hero, you're just not going to see it in the next game. It will get banned at some point. At least at the lower levels, I should say. Maybe, your full Immortal game, stuff like that, they wouldn't overreact in that fashion. But if you're doing your Battle Cup, Legend, Ancient Bracket, and you see in the last game that the Tusk was 14, 2, and 26, you're going to ban it. I guarantee you. Now, commonly, your Tusk will have more deaths than that, but, close enough. Digging into some serious reserve time here on the Radiant. Sorry, what was that stuff?
Maybe on the Dire they pick Nature's Prophet on the off lane. I'm not sure if they play this, but if they do, I think Cynical does play this, doesn't he?
I do think he has some experience on the old NP. Furion, as he used to be called. Ooh, a Slardar. Very cool. So that is likely our off lane. Lena Slardar, very powerful lane. Lena the 4, Slardar in the 3.
I don't really like that, actually.
What don't you like about it?
It's a strong lane, but Undying's there. Like, it's gonna have these soul rips to sustain the lane for whatever carries there. They're picking their offlaner really like soon, so it's just gonna get counterpicked.
Well, I mean, again, because they went double support on Headbonkers, and you have the first pick coming out, they're gonna have to pick one of their cores, right? With this pick or the one coming out of the ban. So I don't necessarily hate it from a core pick standpoint. We do immediately see the PA ban by Headbonkers, the minus armor that PA puts out with the minus armor that Slardar has in. Is it corrosive haze now? What do they call it? I'm an old school Dota player, so I still jokingly call it amp damage, amp dam. The old name that was just the description of what it did. But that combo is pretty sick, so they take that out of the pool. From the side of Floofer Boys, we're just on a carry banning spree. Drow's gone, PL's gone.
Christ.
And actually, both teams are. We got Jug taken out, Ricky taken out. Our carry pool is very much depleted. Our notable carry heroes that are being paid popularly now, Sven is still in the pool. When it's a good anti-mage is still there. Terrorblade is another one that's picked relatively frequently. Lifestealer, we see a little bit of action out of. I don't believe it's necessarily that good of a Lifestealer game right now from either team.
It's a good Lifestealer game for Floofer Boys.
You think so?
Yeah, you have a what is it called? Lifestealer can jump in the Slardar. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, Infest? You're saying?
Yeah, Infest Bomb.
Yeah, it is a nice little Uber of sorts. Another carry ban. Troll's gone. Nature's Prophet. You called it, Steph. But it's for the Floofer Boys.
Instead of Headbonkers. I think that might be like a. I think they did it to block it. Maybe. Almost positive they did it to block it.
There we go.
Yeah.
We talked about it. There's only a few carries left. You better grab them while you can, and we get a Terrorblade. Extremely high armor. Drow's out of the pool, so you can't cut right through it. Sets up to be a pretty strong Terrorblade game no matter what they pick. This hero shouldn't be completely shut down. Likely to see a Zeus ban in the last phase.
Yep, and they have to be careful they can't pick Sven on Floofer. I think you put the Nature's Prophet mid or carry. Go back to a little bit of an older meta. I think it's alright.
Ooh, mid or carry. I was wondering if they're going to throw it 5, do something real cheeky with it. I don't know how good that is. They do go with the Sven.
I don't like this Sven pick. It's okay, but like 1-on-1 versus Terrorblade, like you're not gonna blow him up no matter how much damage you have. 6 slot versus 6 slot.
They do have the Slardar. So it's not.
Yeah, but he builds Manta. I think if the Sven takes one bad fight versus the Terrorblade and the Terrorblade wins it, then the Terrorblade's just going to walk this game through.
Well, Terrorblade can destroy an entire base in an extremely short period of time.
Yeah.
So you do have to be very, very careful. He's one of those heroes like the old Luna. You lose a team fight, you lose a base.
Yeah, I guess I'm going off my 3K games, I guess. I played a Terror game versus Sven, and the Sven just dove me. And he got me down to like 400 health, and I just ultied him and 2-shot him. And the game was over at that point. Because I just outfarmed him. I had like 2 more items after that, after his death.
Well, look outside, check the weather. There's a storm coming. We have Storm Spirit picked up by the Headbonkers for their mid laner. Storm, always a fun hero to see played. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what goes across from it. We're now in the bans. Again, I'm very much expecting a Zeus ban from the Headbonkers. I think that's a safe hero to get out of the pool. Although it's not great against Storm in the late game, right? I think he does quite well early. But
yeah, and I think now you can put your Nature's Prophet mid, actually.
I don't know if that's a very underplayed hero in that lane. That might be something they might not have the ability to execute. Good Mars ban. We're looking like we're picking our off laner last on the side of Headbonkers. Mars was still in the pool. I like that ban from Flooffer Boys. Kunkka was the ban from Headbonkers. They're on their last ban now. They still have a full minute reserve time. They're running out of their standard pick time here.
And the Zeus needs to be banned if you're Headbonkers. Oh,
They say no. They banned the Viper.
they might just pick the Zeus. They have damage with the Sven, Slaughter, Corrosive Haze, and they'll just have a extreme amount of magic damage for this Terrorblade if they pick Zeus. And I think, there is a Storm though, so they might not be able to pick Zeus.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the Storm does hurt, especially later in the game if it's a jump. Tusk also clears distance very, very quickly.
Yeah. And he's a Blink builder too.
Yeah, and there's still a number of offlaners that build Blink in the pool too, so I can understand this. Underlord taken out, so we're gonna see 2 offlane picks as their final picks.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I talking about? We have Slarder already. I'm out of my mind. Don't listen to me. We have a mid that's coming out for Floffy Boys and a offlane pick coming out for Headbonkers.
I kind of like Axe for the Dire.
Well, we're gonna find out in very, very short order.
Maybe even Tide.
I don't know. I feel like this team can play pretty fast. I want to see someone that's active. They did it effectively last game. I think they can do it again. I want someone that can make plays continuously, let my Terrorblade farm up when meta's up. Then we become a 5-man Doom squad, and then Terrorblade just continues the farm in between it. Again, Sven, and we talked about this in previous, so I say again from previous casts. Sven really wants 3 items before he fights, right? The hero is not inherently fast. When he gets his items and he gets them quickly, he is a huge force to contend with. But if he can't get there, if you can pressure him, if you can shrink his map, take his objectives, he is very, very tough to play. A Bat Rider.
Ooh, I was going to say Pango, but this... Ooh. And I think they're going to tri-lane this bot as Terrorblade Tusk on dying and leave the Bat top solo.
Oh, man. This is... I like the way this is shaping up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is, because Tusk Bat Rider isn't a... Like, you don't really want to lane those two together.
The Omni Knight. Oh, Omni Knight Sven. So this is a mid Nature's Prophet then. I think. Yep. There you go. Good call, Steph. Oh, we got ourselves a game. We got gamers.
Look at that the Terrorblade set.
It's scary to look at.
Sexy.
I do like the Bat Rider set too. That's one of the recent ones from the Dire Tide. That's a good looking set. There's a lot of good looking heroes here. I like the Sven setup here. Omni with his Immortals, including the new one on the shoulders. That's looking hot and sexy.
And then you got the broke bum, Nature's Prophet. No, I'm just joking.
He's a man of the trees. He makes stuff out of wood. Come on, Steph. Cut him some slack.
And then the Undying. What is this?
I mean, sometimes you gotta be playing. It's hard to keep a bank account open when you're dead.
This game is paid to win. Like the cooler the more expensive items, the better you play.
I mean, that's the theory I go by, but I'm still garbage tier. So maybe that theory doesn't work so well.
Oh gosh. You see all of these like high ranked Immortal players have all these 6 set, and you're like, maybe if I spend money into this game, I'll get Immortal, but it never really happens, man. It's just horrible at the sights to see.
I'm very much assuming there was a pause before we got in.
Yep.
Because that can happen here. So you won't see it on this screen when we're in spectator mode. But the reason we're continuing to see these animations, again, I believe we had a pause before the game actually started.
Is everything okay? He said, is everything okay? So.
Okay.
Assuming there's a pause. I'm still in love with this Terrorblade set. I want to get it. I wonder what gem that is.
Yeah, it's what is it? It's like the blue turquoise one. I forget the names. I shouldn't admit this, but there was a time where I knew like almost every item in Dota. It's very weird. Like I started off when it went to Dota 2, because I've played since the beta of Dota 1, not caring about items whatsoever. And my God, as someone that's played this long, was that a stupid decision? There was some real easy to get early stuff that sold for years at incredible prices, and I probably had the opportunity to pick it up for like 60 cents. I still kick myself a little bit for it, but I knew all the gems too, because they used to be able to put gems on a lot more stuff, including the Terrorblade socketed gems and couriers were pretty common. So I used to know them all, but I have to say I don't anymore. Did sound like we just came out of pause here.
Yeah, going straight into the game, boys.
Indeed. All right, we highlight our Bat Rider on his nice ride. Again, that is one of the newer sets. I do like it. There's been a lot of pretty awesome Bat sets recently. All right, well, let's get right into it here. We have we'll go walk through positions again. Position 1, we have Sven being played by Off. On the Radiant side here, in the middle lane, we have Nature's Prophet being played by 3Y. In the off lane, we have Slardar being played by Sheep, Morgo on the Lina, and the 5 position Homni Knight being played by Rise. How about them Dire Heroes?
Okay, we got Terrorblade, and he's being played by Jaw. We got Bat Rider, he's being played by the most famous Cynical. Tusk is being played by, I think it's said by Eli? Yes, correct. And then we got Undying, played by JM. And then we got Storm Spirit, played by Xan.
And we do have a bit of an interesting setup here, bottom. We do have a tri-lane, at least for the runes, right? This is a very strong set of 3 heroes. Let's zoom out a little bit, see how they set this up. Radiant seems to be very aware that something might be going on, though. They're not getting anywhere near this for now. Omni Knight stepping forward. Could be his death. They're pinging him out. Tusk coming around from the back side. Does end up skilling the tag team. Just going to punch Omni Knight in the face a little bit. And just let him go back under tower. We have a rune left behind on the side of the Dire. I'm sure that'll get picked up eventually.
I kind of want to watch this bot lane. It looks like Undying's going top now. But I would like to see them aggressive trailing top. I feel like Bat Rider can solo versus Sven just fine.
Any lane, though, I mean, once Slardar hits a couple levels, Slardar can, if there's only one hero there, he is an expert in making that lane absolute hell for that hero. Just hit him. Get your passive bash off, your count, which you just scale, bash to the deep level 1, and you can really lane well. So if you're going to do a tri-lane, now would be the time to do it. I bet Rider would fare a little bit better, to your point. And Slardar taking a lot of damage here.
Does Omni Knight does his W dispel Bat Rider's?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
I believe Bat Rider's Q is fully dispellable. It is, yes. So Heavenly Grace would fully take it off. Aggressive kind of harass under tower here by our Nature's Prophet. I would say playing the way he should be playing in this lane. Considerable damage done by the Treants. Terrorblade and Slardar trading farm up top. Let's drop down our own last hit denies here. Sven and Storm doing very well in their first set of lanes. Terrorblade with a nice amount of denies as well as most of his last hits. And Nature's Prophet stacking up as well.
Oh, and it's Undying. Needs to be careful.
He's getting punched hard. Great bash. That's probably his life. Great soul rep. He should. Nope. This is going to. Oh, he got him. He sells. Great play. I don't know if it's worth the resources he just spent because Terrorblade's going to be alone for a long time. But it does save First Blood, which is a huge amount of gold influx. And much like we saw Tiny kind of snowball off his First Blood last game, maybe this will work out okay. But Terrorblade is in trouble. He's getting punched, bashes him down. And that's why I hate to say it, sometimes it's better just die, right?
Yep.
If you die, look at this lane, too. It's pushing right into them. They're going to have a ton of last hits here. This is very concerning on the side of Radiant. Slardar's going to get level 3 off this, I'd say, once this is all said and done. And Lena's going to be right behind him.
And I think the Storm is doing a lot better than what he should be in the mid.
That's an old school build in Terrorblade, right? The Ring of Teresk?
Oh yeah, that's really old, but it's good. They have really right-click heroes.
And I mean that health early is kind of big too, right?
Yep.
So this could work out very well.
Regen.
Well, Undying has moseyed his way on back, has a lot of regen. Just going to start punching heroes, going to start decaying them. Level 3 is really big for the Undying. The second level in Soul is very, very powerful. That's what most Undyings opt for. Tomb in the right situation is okay too, but I do think a second level Soul is especially troublesome. As we just saw by level 1 Soul bringing Slardar down to a third of the health he had left. I mean, his health has stayed perfectly stable this entire time since he's got the Ring of Teresk. This may be old school, but it also could work just fine.
Yep.
And, okay, I did not expect that. Apologies for the miss. We did lose Storm mid, going down solo to Nature's Prophet. This is a big influx for that man. This is this Nature's Prophet could become a bit of a problem because Storm, until he gets 6, does have some trouble really getting off the ground. Does have his null and a salve there. Tusk coming over, attempting to help out.
Good
Storm's going to have a tough time to, yeah. It's almost got it. Going to tree himself. He's not going to be able to TP right away. There we go. That will save him. Doesn't have a salve on him at the moment, though. So he'll have to teleport home and then wait a few seconds before he gets back to the mid lane.
But he went for the DD bot.
Yeah.
No. And that might screw him.
Interesting. Yeah, Tusk is going to keep pursuing. Storm did have a battle, so I see what he's thinking there. That's a salve. He's going to have to be careful here. He doesn't want to get this broken. So he's got to get out of the way. We do have an ice shard, so if Tusk is cheeky here, he might be able to... Oh, Omni Knight's here too. This is trouble, potentially. Nope, great shards. Gets himself out. And Undying does go down in the top lane while we look at the exchange. An exchange of heroes top. Terrorblade's still sitting at full health. Maybe I spoke too soon. This Ring of Teresk may have been exactly what he needed. Do have the Bonnie runes up. We're going to see Slardar going for 2. Tusk securing another.
But this dude is microing like a god right now. This Nature's Prophet is.
He's going to get him again.
Solo kill mid.
Yep, he down. Tough game for Storm. Now, Nature's is supposed to win this lane, though, right? Like, this is... Yes, like you don't want to die twice, but it's real bad for Storm. So don't...
If you know how to block with your trance like that, it's expected to die. Especially at this kind of MMR.
Yeah, this guy is no joke. I shouldn't blame you. This is on me. I miss another death on Undying in the top lane.
I did too.
It's tough. You see a few heroes get low on health and they immediately recover, and I guess I just need to hop back up there.
This is surprising.
They're going to die this Terrorblade. Oh, good dodge of the stun. Not sure it's going to save him. Yeah. Looking like it won't.
It might.
Snowball save. And we just kill Lena while this is going on, right? She was low on health under tower, unfortunately for her. Sardar's still not done. He's going for the kill. Is he going to be able to get it? One more hit. He's got it. It's a big kill. He might lose his life for it. That tower hits very, very hard. Tusk looking for it. Snowball in 2.
Snowball in 1.
As long as he keeps vision, won't quite keep it. And everyone's dying everywhere. Every lane, there's heroes dying.
Storm soloed mid.
6 is a big deal, and we actually lose the Omni Knight in the bottom lane, too. Deaths in all 3 lanes at the same time. Boom, boom, boom.
But, man, I didn't think that this Bat's supposed to win this lane.
I mean, Omni Sven is... I don't know how much kill potential it has aggressively. You have to get out of position. But it is very tough to get kills against it, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the Omni skill here.
I mean, even
Grace,
kills
double
against
purification. That seems standard.
Even with kills against it, man, like, he should still be able to free farm with this Omni Knight having W just to purge off the stacks. Maybe this guy's playing a little scared. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we haven't watched it a whole lot. I mean, there's been plenty of kills everywhere. Top lane being the most action-packed. But perhaps we need to put a more careful eye towards it. And now we have...
keep putting this pressure up towards this Terrorblade. I wouldn't mind him going ulti level 6.
Oh, look at that. How much damage that did Undying. 1 bash hit. Good stun by the Lina, it
like you
seemed,
said.
but it's not nearly enough.
And they rotated the Omni Knight. The Sven's gonna die bot. Oh, he decides not to dive. But he could have dove.
I mean, this Batraider is level 7. Sven is level 5.
This
This is a commanding position. The double null build, very strong, keeps your man up on the bat. I like that in this lane quite a bit.
And you can have a really quick boots of travel.
I mean, look at those last hits, too. 46 and 13 denies.
Yeah.
That's trouble. Sven, 34 and 3.
And the only lane that lost was mid, and didn't even lose that by that bad.
No,
he got soloed twice, but
he died twice. Actually, he'll swap the net worth for that because some of those could be treant kills. So it is a 500 difference, but that's still not that bad, right, for dying twice.
and he's gonna die. He might die mid. Oh, they decided not to go on it,
Hasted Omni-Knight.
and it looks like Sven just TP'd out from bot. Maybe did he TP out?
Where is our Sven hero? Maybe he went top where he thought it was safer. He did.
Yep, he did TP out.
He has the God Strength pop, too.
Yeah, I think he went gone on by the Batrider.
A lot of heroes up here. Undying could be in trouble. It's not the worst death, so it's fine. He's collecting some experience. His courier dying sucks, though. That always feels bad.
There is 4 up here.
He's bugging out. I think
And
that's
he
the right
TP'd
call.
out. That's very good.
And they have 5. This tower is dead, and Dire's not going to do anything to defend it. And they shouldn't, quite frankly. They would cost them a lot of lives.
Are they just gonna trade towers? They might should be bottom. Save this tower.
Shit, bottom here. Bat is a little
Yeah.
low. This could, promote some TPs. 2 TPs so far.
But I think he's smart enough to understand that.
Oh, he gets clipped by the Nature's Prophet ult. Gosh, that ability is rough. Tusk's kind of setting up. See what he wants to do here. We do have our friends in Undying and
Yep. And
Bat's
that's a
still in the
9-minute
area.
bit of travel for the off-lane Batrider.
You'll take that every game you can get it.
Yep.
I'm not sure how often that happens, but
Sven
that's
Omni
nice.
Knight, I don't think he's supposed to win that lane. I think
Yeah.
Sven just kind of free farms.
He played it well, clearly.
Yes. It looks like this dude does know his Batrider.
Storm has an Orchid queued up, pretty standard build, and I think it's pretty effective in this game. What do we got for Nature? Same deal. We're both going for Orchids, double Orchids for our mid laners here in this game. Checking on our Lina. She's just going for Arcane Boots, very standard. And they diving under the tower. Good setup stun for the Lina to kind of prevent an instant death. But we have a massive rotation of heroes. The Tombstone is down. The Lina is starting to melt. Does get purified. Now Batrider's in a bit of trouble. His Slarder stacking up his stuns. That's going to take him down. Lina dies as well. Not a trade you want for a Batrider that's that far ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Sven mid. He might get soloed.
Storm jumping on him. Sven very low.
He got soloed.
Oh, man. That was with God Strength pop, too.
Yeah.
That's a long cooldown. Long-ish at this point in the game. Very
Hey,
unfortunate.
man, I have to say that Undying baited that Batrider so hard, dude. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Undying may lose his life here. Gosh, that bash on Slardar is so much.
Oh,
Good. Great
Slardar.
shards. Stars and our stun up. Not a ton of mana on the Storm here. Might be a little problematic. We do have a heal coming back in 3 seconds. Oh, they're going to keep going.
For more.
We have the Metamorphosis popped on Terrorblade. Batrider dragging Lina back. She's dead. Going for one more. Omni can't do anything against this fire. He's going to go down too. Great turn and kills after losing the Sven. Oh, wait. What am I talking about? Jeez, Steph, I'm out of my mind. Not a great turn. That's a 4-hero loss on the side of Radiant. I think I've just got like the 2 teams stuck on what team or what side of the map they're on last time, and now my brain is just not going to function the rest of the evening. So smack me around a little bit when I say crazy stuff.
And I know this is kind of early and they haven't won yet, but the Dire team is just, they're looking really good as a team right now. Like, they're playing like all around each other. The
Diving on mid.
Terrorblades- Yep.
Tusk coming in. That's Nature can't do a thing. I'm with you, Steph. Sorry to cut you off there with the fight, but I like the way these Headbonker guys fight.
Yeah, like, it's more about their synchronizing their abilities so well. It's like you don't usually see this, and I know it's not the Premier Division or Division 1, but they're playing like they could beat Division 1 teams, kind of, to me. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, their execution
really
is
well.
is very,
It's
very strong.
Very good. Yes.
We saw it last game. We're already seeing it again here. Storm died twice in lane, got beat up. he's already caught up to Nature's Prophet, and he's making great plays. He's using his ult. He's diving well, but not over diving and costing himself any more lives.
It's more like they understand their timings and what they need to do in the game to win.
Smoke up on Radiant. 3 heroes are Radiant, heading to the bottom lane. I agree with you, by the way. I think they're playing their timings very, very well.
Yeah, and they need to be careful down here, bot. Like, this is going to be scary. He has lasso up. By the time you get there, he's going to have Fireflies, so they need to be careful.
This Undying's going to melt if Slaughter gets on top of him. If they turn this fight, it could be a good team. They're just going to let it go. Tuss says, I'll see you later. Bat Rider's out of here. Pressure going on mid from Dire.
Yep, he's going to met
Pop the meta.
And I like this build by the Terrorblade. He's going SNY instead of Manta.
Oh my gosh, this lean is in. Oh, great save actually by Omni. Both those spells are pretty effective. It doesn't fully save her, but they had to use a ton of resources. Storm's pretty much out of this until he gets a little bit of mana back. And Tusk is out of mana now. They're diving. This is very dangerous for the Dire. Tusk is going to melt. Good heal to get the kill. Terrorblade's hanging around, but now we get the Omni ultimate popped on Guardian Angel, so we'll get some physical resistance. Can we get the Omni? We do. We get a drag from Bat Rider as the spike gets split up. Good lord! We're going to get another kill on Nature's Prophet, and Sven's got to run. He's in trouble. And I don't know how much he's going to be able to run from. Literally nothing. He's going to die too. Dire, again, has such good control. It just manipulates the fights to their advantage. Even when it seems like they're low on resources, they get the most out of everything they can get.
And it was just like I was saying, man, like, if this Terrorblade is going to play active like this, like, Sven can't kill him. He's not going to be able to. This guy has 29 armor at 14 minutes.
Yeah, you're not winning a right-click battle at this point in time. And again, Sven is ideally 3 items before he is online, and we are at 1 right now on him.
And not even 1. Like,
I'll give credit on the Echo Saber. But yeah, again, you usually want a different item.
I'm sorry.
The Echo Saber. I'm counting the Echo Saber as 1.
Oh, I thought we were talking the Terrorblade. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying too. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of a skirmish here middle. Storm in a bit of trouble. We'll be able to zap out, fortunately for him. Tusk likely loses his life here for this. There's no way. He's going to get out of this. No way. All right, Tusk does go down. But now we're jumping on Omni. Great dodge by the Storm. Who's going to get a double kill out of it? Slardar's running. He's got super speed in the river, and it will get him out. But, man, they're giving kills to the wrong heroes on the side of Radiant going towards Dire with those kills. I was going to lose my mind if Tusk survived that exchange.
Yeah, he had to ulti for it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Nature's going to solo die to him. But
yep. Bat's just running around in circles, and he's going to get him. This Nature is falling, and he's still worth 500 gold, though, importantly, right? That's still a mid-hero. So even though he's died a few times, this Bat is fat. He has got a Blink Dagger. He has got Boots of Travel. He's going for that BKB, in which he already has 1 part for. This Bat is going to be able to now dictate how these fights are taken. This game, the ease of execution on Radiant is getting higher and higher with every item that comes out on the side of the Dire.
Yep. And Radiant have the easier execute drafts.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, oh man.
And
I feel for these guys. This is tough.
Earlier, but it looks like these sets are. Looks like the Dire with these sets that they have is going to win the game. It's paid to win. Man.
Hey, remember. They have the Undying. The Undying doesn't have a set. Terrorblade's looking real good. He's looking real scared. This Storm looks good. They pop meta bottom, by the way, to try to pressure this tower with the catapult.
Blue and red shots, like, oh my god, look at it. It's like blue and red.
It is a very cool effect. And their setup here, it looks like we're not going to have any sort of fence. We do have Omni Knight in the area, but he doesn't necessarily have a great way to defend a tower. They're pinging out where they think they are. They are correct.
Nance, what would you do if you were in real life and you saw a Terrorblade look like that, shooting like blue swords at you? I would be scared.
I'm pretty sure I would get 1 hit. I would go down immediately.
Yeah, dude. And then
I don't have nearly the prowess to stay alive. I'd get 2 shots.
Drains your soul in real life. Oh my god.
The lore behind Terrorblade is actually pretty intense.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It was something like, and there's no chance Sir Action Slacks listens to the stream, but he would probably puke if he heard what I had to say as I miss a kill top. Excuse me.
Right. Oh,
Nature's Prophet again. No, I got the second one. They're losing cores. It's not good on the side of Radiant. This game is getting harder and harder with no sign of getting easier. But without going into the lore of Terrorblade, so that I don't miss any more kills, I think he has one of my favorite lines. I'm going to probably slightly misquote this, but I believe he says, depending on how many kills he has, but I open your eyes to close your throat. And that's a pretty BA line. It's pretty dark, but that's...
say it again one more time for me, Nance.
I open your eyes and close your throat. It's and
time?
Or too close. Get out of here, Steph.
Oh my god, that's dirty. My favorite one is probably Arc Warden, where he's like, "You cannot meddle with powers you cannot comprehend."
I know that's one of your favorites. That is that's a
dude.
pretty good one too.
Too bad that you took it down from our guild.
I mean, we got to give updates for that kind of stuff.
That's kind of salty, but we won't get into that. We have a game.
No, we have a game. We have a game to analyze, and we have Storm balling in. Slardar's in trouble. He is silenced. Does pop his wand, which may save his life, and now Storm is silenced. This could get good snowball save, but they do have to go in for this. Storm is completely out of mana. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot here. Sven with the stun, pops God Strength, 2 shots to Tusk.
Open, they decide to get out. No Terrorblade, no Batrider. Good decision to get out.
Yep, we do have a double damager in here. So that does end up being a very good series of events for Radiant. Sven's ult is down, though, so they have a player on that time in a little bit.
But I like this build by Terrorblade. He's going straight Butterfly. He knows that this Sven is so far below that he's not going to be able to get a MKB anytime soon, nor will the Nature's Prophets.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because he'll be a little bit squishy. I mean, he gets the 250 health at the next level here. But as far as the physical damage, he'll be extremely tanky, right? His natural armor, stupid high. There's no other way to say it. And then a Butterfly on top of that with the mischance, as well as a ton of good
and
lore.
this Cynical is just soloing this Nature's Prophet.
You see him port in somewhere, and I'm just gonna have to start going wherever Nature's Prophet ports if Batrider's within 2 screen lengths because he's just jumping him. There's no fear, and I don't like. What can you do, right? Like, I guess there is no reason to believe that he'll be able to escape or get away from the Batrider.
And this was actually such a good Batrider game. Like, I think they kind of knew that Nature's Prophet was going to be mid, and Batrider kind of counters him. Especially with this TP boots. Like, he goes wherever he can solo him anytime he wants to. And now they're taking Roche, and it looks like Dire is not going to even try to fight them.
Radiant's just going to let him have it. I don't think they can do anything about it.
Yep.
Meta was popped for this, though, so that we will have probably a lull here in timings while we wait for it to come back online. But if I'm Radiant, I'm very afraid of what the next metamorphosis means for my structures, for my team, etc. They do give it to Storm. Storm, one of the best Aegis carriers in all of Dota, so that's a great decision.
Is the best. What other hero would be not? Like,
Leshrek's always way up there, and I'm not saying he's better than Storm.
Leshrek's good. Yep.
But there's a handful that are quite good, but Storm's right up there with the best of them.
Yeah, I think easily he's the best, especially when you have these, like, you can basically give up a life when you're ahead to go kill one of their cores. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get even more aggressive, and he's been playing plenty aggressive as it is.
DD. If any of these supports show, they're just going to get dove on. Like, you need to be careful. This Omni Knight, he might get dove.
He doesn't have a lot of heroes behind him, though, so he might play this a little... I mean, Omni's level 9. Jesus. That's tough. I don't have no word for it. That's really tough. Let's check how our itemization's going. The Omni is going for an Aether Lens. Our Sven does have the Ags complete. That's very, very nice. Allows him to get on backlines. There's ways to dodge spells with that, too.
It does have this Butterfly now.
Slardar has his blink. I'm running through Radiant real quick here. Lina has the Aether Lens. That's a quality of life improvement for Lina anytime you play Lina. Nature's Prophet is very, very poor. He is at 7,700 net worth in 5th place with just his Orchid. Terrorblade, as you point out, got a Butterfly complete, going for a Satanic next. That'll beef you up in a hurry. We get a Bloodstone completed on Storm. This Storm is quickly becoming out of control. Batrider is just collecting a museum full of items, and Tusk has a Blink Dagger Undying with his Arcane Boots. Jump bounce between two fights. Storm is a little bit of trouble here. Pops his Bloodstone.
They don't want to go on him.
He's got to come out of this. He's gonna lose his Aegis now. He's coming back with full mana. They got to be careful here.
They need to get out.
Storm's coming back in. We're gonna start melting people. There goes Nature's. There goes Lena. Here goes Slardar if they play their cards right. Oh, he stops the TP on Sven. What a play! Great awareness out of Storm. Forget Slardar. This is the kill you want. He goes right down. Whew. That is intense.
That is not the hero that they want to go on. He has Aegis.
It looks like a great kill. It's real tempting, right? But you have to remember exactly what you said. He's going to come right back with full resources. And he's got to reach in Ruin. So he's back at full resources now too, just farming his way to mid, TPing up to the top lane. They see Slardar. They're trying to go in on him. Does he get it? So close.
Oh.
He almost got him. Killed on the zip.
This is fine. They're pushing in top. They're going to get both of these towers most likely. Their triangle is cut off. 14k net worth lead at 23 minutes. At 23 minutes, his Terrorblade has 15,000 net worth. He's actually a raid boss at this point.
And he just needs to be beefy. If he goes back to Satanic, that's fine. Scotty's fine by me too.
I like Scotty. Scotty is great this game. Slows them.
Oh, God. I mean, Sven only has a Morbid Mask, excuse me. Not even a Mask of Madness. But he's not getting any lifesteal from that either. This is...
he has Ags, but at the same time, they have this save from Tusk. He has Blink Dagger.
Bat Rider going in. He's got Omni Knight. This man is going to melt, and he is dead. Slardar position is if he wants to go in. Thinks better of it, though. He's got a whatever this thing's called, Essence Ring.
You're not
He's jumping. They want to fight this. Very much to my surprise. I mean, there's no meta. Sven's going in. Going to try to pop this Terrorblade. Still has Sunder. A little bit of dancing. Slardar takes down the tomb. Dire's still on the retreat here. Slardar looking for another jump. Great stun by the Lena. This might be enough. Another stun, but he gets the Sunder off in the Omni Knight. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Good snowball save to kind of reset the fight, and they pop down Slardar. They're turning, though. They can't get enough damage. Bat Rider pops his BKB, causing problems. Storm's in the back line, killing Nature's Prophet.
Dieback.
Yeah, he might die back here. This is trouble. Great shards on the Tusk again as they pursue. They're going to dive to tier 2. It doesn't matter. This man is dead. We have no heroes lost on the side of the Dire. Dire are playing these fights incredibly. They are casting all of their spells properly. They are saving. They are disengaging and re-engaging. They are putting on a clinic. A very strong performance from the Headbonkers.
The pedal to the metal. Or that's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is I don't it's Radiant here. They're in trouble. There's no other way to say it. We're just gonna dive. Lena there's no vision on Storm, as you might imagine. So Lena's Glimmer Cape will save her here. But again, they didn't have meta in that fight, Steph. They took that fight no meta. Right?
Yep, and now they have meta. And they have to be careful.
What?
And yeah, just instant TP. You can't even find them, dude. Like, what is this?
It is tough to be Nature's in this game.
And they need to be careful. He might just meta, and they're all die. Yeah, they can't fight this.
They are melting down here. Undying's dead, but he's got a Sunder. Like, he's going to be able to reset his health. We pop Sven's God Strength. Like, oh, here we go. He needs to get the Sunder off. He's dead. He's dead. They got him. Good. That's a good turn. Bat Rider's in there, has his BKB popped, might be able to take out Sven here. Tusk jumps in. Terrorblade's illusion, still doing damage after death, and they're able to kill every single hero on the Radiant side. Nature's Prophet going on the top lane, the other 4 going down in that fight, and the GG is called. I cannot blame them. It was a good attempt there to go after the Terrorblade. They do get the kill, but 22k net worth, too much to come back from. Man, these Headbonkers look good.
Man, yeah. If they play as good as they do, I haven't seen the other teams that if they play like this, they are going to win this division.
That was the second game even more impressive than the first, I think.
Yes,
they were on top of it.
Played amazing. 11-1 Bat Rider, 11-2 Storm, a 9-3 Terrorblade. a 5-3 Tusk, and then Undying only died 6 times.
Steph,
Like
let's highlight one thing here. How many times did Storm die in lane?
twice.
How many times did he die the rest of the game?
None.
Literally 0.
Yep.
That's good play.
He was playing his hero to the absolute limit.
Right, he's balling in.
Yeah.
Wow. That is I didn't realize he didn't die again. I mean, I knew he played very, very well, don't get me wrong, but that's incredible. Batrider, 1 death. Like you said, Terrorblade only 3, a couple of those coming earlier in the game too. These guys know their heroes, they know the limits of their heroes, and they put together the draft, and they know their timings, and they played it to some of its fullest extent.
Yes.
Very, very. This is a team to watch in Division 2, like you said. This is. I'm very much looking forward to their next set of